Hello, welcome back to LIVENODING. In this episode, I'm gonna show you a very simple example, basically allowing you to create some kind of roofing. So probably good for architecture, but here I'm making like a cross. So the whole setup's allowing you to simply generate like a 3D based on just like a line. So you can draw any line, and then this setup will draw the offset of the line and then extrude it up and build some kind of like a roof. So yeah, here I have actually I started with 2 lines. So one line is really just being offset, and then I join them together with mesh join, intersect the edges. So we need the intersection, of course, to keep it clean. And then we have these offset lines. So the one that's really doing the job is this offset line. It's a very powerful node, and this node actually creates this topology pattern. And then after I do that, I extrude the region. So extrude region, so the bottom part is actually still having the same topology. So after I extrude it up, I have a couple of nodes. So this one, when I made this, it's starting to get slightly tricky over here. So I have a way to kind of push just the area to get the roofing. So this part is actually quite interesting because I'm using the masking from this guy, and I push it up. Otherwise we end up with something that's flat. So this is what I said about roofing. And then extrude region. Okay, this part just adding the details. I use this select mesh elements by location, and this one generate masking, of course. And then we have ability to inset or extrude to add more details. Sometimes they are overlapping, like probably that's not correct. Yeah. Probably I shouldn't scale it here, otherwise it flips. This is more correct. So I thought this is not a bad example. It's actually a really good example. And if you want the bottom part, if you want to do it procedurally using SVerchok, you can, but manually also it's not bad. Delete the face, cover the bottom part, and then insert it, if you like to do this. Or maybe instead of doing another inset, maybe you do the outset. So house, I'm not an architect, but I think this kind of setup is still pretty interesting because if you go back, you can create like a cross. Here I'm of course using bevel, some additional detailing, and you can simply export it out. So it's interesting. And of course you're not limited to only 2 lines. You can actually have all kind of intersection lines. You can create like a kind of like a building in Barcelona. It's actually almost like a Voronoi, I don't know, but the building basically, like if you draw lines like this using grease pencil and then use this setup, you can quickly get this kind of result. So yeah, give it a try with grease pencil, but I might do that as well. But thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.